Hi, I'm professional sports handicapper Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com. It's Friday, November the 27th. I hope all of you had a very happy Thanksgiving, filled your bellies, and let's continue on with the everyday grind of picking winners. This time we're going to be looking at a college football matchup on Saturday in the ACC Conference between the Clemson Tigers, number 4 team in the land. They'll be hosting the Pittsburgh Panthers. That kickoff is slated for 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. And folks, keep in mind, my last 10 college football free pick videos, we've gone 8-2 against the number. Let's make it 9-2. Let's get to the specifics in this contest. Right now, Clemson is a 23-point home favorite. This line did open with Clemson being a 26-point favorite, yet it's gone down to 23 despite the fact that the majority of money and volume of bets have gone Clemson's way to this point. And when we see stuff like that happen, it's what we term in our industry as reverse line movement, which means that in this particular instance, with an opening line of 26, if the volume of bets and the money bet total, it favors that favorite of 26, meaning more has been placed on that favorite of 26. That line normally will escalate. If it doesn't and it comes down, it's what we deem to be sharp money placed on the underdog in this particular situation. And that's the direction I'm going to go. So let me tell you why beyond that fact. Trevor Lawrence is returning. It'll be his first start for Clemson since October 24th. He's missed 2 games and was slated to start last week against Florida State, or come back last week against Florida State, but that game was canceled. He was out after testing positive for COVID-19. Clemson went 1-1 in his absence, although I will say their true freshman backup quarterback, who's a future star, it was no fault of his. They lost the game to Notre Dame. In both games, he was very impressive in moving the ball. And Clemson actually 2 games ago had to come from behind a 28-10 halftime deficit at home against BC, brought them back to win that game. So I'm not so sure that their lackluster performances in their last 2 games, you can lay the onus on the true freshman starting quarterback. And with Trevor Lawrence returning, certainly that's going to be something that's going to help Clemson, if not for anything else. From an inspirational standpoint, we're looking at a future number 1 draft choice, possibly number 1 overall draft choice in Trevor Lawrence. Now, on Pittsburgh's side of things, they're 5-4. But we must keep in mind, 2 of their losses came by precisely 1 point. And they had been without their starting quarterback, Kenny Pickett, since October 10th, when he was injured against Boston College. They didn't fare very well without him. Their offense was lethargic at best. And he did return 2 games ago to play at Florida State. And boy, oh boy, what a difference he's made. As in the 2 games that Pickett has returned, they handily beat Florida State on the road 41-17. And then last week, as a 6-point home underdog, they crushed Virginia Tech in that contest 47-14. Pickett completed close to 71% of his passes and threw for over 600 yards in the last 2 games. And he also brings that added element of mobility, as this year he's rushed for 140 yards and ran for 7 scores as well. Remember, that 140 yards might not seem very impressive, but in college football compared to the NFL, sacks against are counted against your rushing yards. So a big element there for Pittsburgh, not only Pickett returning, but the mobility he brings as well, especially when you're facing a defense the caliber of Clemson that has that type of athleticism. However, the Clemson defense hasn't been very good in their last 2 games. However, they do get 3 of their starters back. certainly will make a big difference. This isn't about picking a team to win the game straight up. Look, anybody with one brain cell that watches college football would be hard pressed to pick Pittsburgh to win this game outright. It's about beating the number. And I just think Clemson, the way they've played defense recently, I know they're getting their players back, but then again, with Trevor Lawrence and their defensive players coming back after a long layoff, how sharp are they going to be? How much stamina are they going to have? I'm sure that's not going to affect Lawrence more than the defensive players. And Pittsburgh has shown since Pickett returned an improved running game because that threat of the pass, especially the pass vertically, has opened up the running game for Pittsburgh that was terrible in his absence. So I really think that this and this Pittsburgh defense isn't bad, folks. If you look at their overall numbers for the year, they've stack up against probably the top 25 defenses in the country, and they're only allowing 2.5 yards per rush. And by the way, Clemson in their last two games, just 140 yards rushing and 2.2 yards per carry. I think Clemson wins this game. I think it's going to be much more difficult than a lot of Clemson fans would hope to desire. I like Pittsburgh, though, to cover this spread. Pittsburgh plus the 23 at Clemson on Saturday is my college football free pick this week. Be sure to visit my website, rbwins.com. Right now, on Friday, I have a 5-star winning play in the Oregon State game tonight in college football. I also have a 10-star top play college basketball selection that goes in the Marquette in Eastern Illinois game. That game tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and you could view that on Fox Sports 2 as well. Folks, I started the season on Wednesday with my only college basketball pick thus far. It was a 10-star top play on San Diego State +3. They won by 15 over nationally ranked UCLA, an easy winner, and that upped my college basketball top play selection record to 51-31 over my last 82 dating back to last year. That's good for 62%. Again, another 10-star top play tonight in college basketball at rbwins.com. Until the next time, good luck and God bless.